Have you ever felt like your anxiety was holding you back from reaching your full potential? Do you find yourself constantly worrying, feeling overwhelmed, and doubting your own abilities? What if I told you that your anxiety could actually be a sign of your inherent greatness and a guiding force towards your spiritual awakening? Anxiety is a complex emotion that affects millions of people worldwide. It can manifest in various forms, such as fear, unease, and constant worry. While it's often seen as a negative experience, anxiety can also be a powerful catalyst for personal growth and spiritual development. At its core, anxiety is a heightened state of awareness. It's your body and mind's way of telling you that something isn't quite right, that there's a challenge or opportunity for growth ahead. When you feel anxious, your senses become sharper, your intuition becomes stronger, and you become more attuned to the world around you. This heightened awareness can be especially powerful for those who are spiritually sensitive. If you find yourself feeling anxious in certain situations or around certain people, it could be a sign that you're picking up on subtle energies and vibrations that others might miss. Your anxiety is like a spiritual antenna, helping you navigate the unseen realms and guiding you towards your true path. Of course, being spiritually sensitive isn't always easy. In a world that often values conformity and materialism, those who are attuned to the deeper aspects of life can feel like outsiders. You might find yourself struggling to fit in, wondering why you can't just go with the flow like everyone else. This sense of being different can be especially challenging when it comes to anxiety. While others might brush off their worries or push through their fears, those who are spiritually sensitive often feel things more deeply. Your anxiety might be more intense, more persistent, and harder to ignore. But here's the thing. Your sensitivity is a gift, not a curse. It's what allows you to experience life in a richer, more meaningful way. It's what gives you the capacity for deep empathy, creativity, and intuition. And yes, it's also what makes you more prone to anxiety, but that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Think of your anxiety as a spiritual alarm clock, waking you up to the fact that there's something important for you to pay attention to. It might be a limiting belief that's holding you back, a relationship that's no longer serving you, or a calling that you've been ignoring. When you're anxious, it's easy to get caught up in the discomfort and try to push those feelings away. But what if instead you leaned into your anxiety and asked yourself what it was trying to tell you? This is where the magic happens. By embracing your anxiety as a messenger, you open yourself up to a world of personal growth and spiritual transformation. You start to see challenges as opportunities, fears as invitations to be brave, and discomfort as a sign that you're expanding beyond your comfort zone. The more you learn to work with your anxiety instead of against it, the more you'll start to see it as a powerful tool for self-discovery and growth. You'll develop a deeper sense of self-awareness, a stronger connection to your intuition, and a greater capacity for resilience in the face of life's ups and downs. Of course, embracing your anxiety doesn't mean you have to do it alone. In fact, one of the most important things you can do as a spiritually sensitive person is to prioritize self-care and surround yourself with supportive people who understand and appreciate your unique gifts. This might mean developing a daily meditation or mindfulness practice to help you stay grounded and centered. It might mean setting boundaries with people or situations that drain your energy and seeking out those that uplift and inspire you. It might mean joining a community of like-minded individuals who share your values and experiences. Remember, your anxiety is not a weakness. It's a sign of your strength and your sensitivity. By learning to work with it instead of against it, you'll unlock a world of personal and spiritual growth that you never knew was possible. For many spiritually sensitive people, anxiety is a key part of the awakening process. It's often the first sign that something is shifting within you, that you're being called to a higher level of consciousness and purpose. This can be a scary and disorienting time as you start to question everything you thought you knew about yourself and the world around you. You might feel like you're losing your grip on reality, or like you're being pulled in a million different directions at once. But here's the thing, this is all part of the journey. Your anxiety is a sign that you're shedding old layers of conditioning and belief, and making space for something new to emerge. It's a sign that you're being called to step into your true power and purpose, even if you can't see the path ahead clearly yet. The key is to trust the process, even when it feels uncomfortable or scary. To lean into your anxiety with curiosity and compassion, and to keep taking small steps forward, even when you're not sure where they'll lead. As you do this, you'll start to experience moments of profound clarity and insight. You'll start to see the world through new eyes, and to feel a deep sense of connection to something greater than yourself. You'll start to understand that your anxiety was never a burden, but a blessing, a guidepost pointing you towards your highest potential and purpose. So if you're feeling anxious, know that you're not alone. Know that your anxiety is not a flaw or a weakness, but a sign of your inherent greatness and sensitivity. Know that by learning to work with your anxiety instead of against it, you're unlocking a world of personal and spiritual growth that most people only dream of. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Because when you embrace your anxiety as a tool for self-discovery and growth, you open yourself up to a life of purpose, meaning, and true fulfillment. You start to see that your anxiety was never holding you back. It was pointing you towards your highest potential all along. And as you step into that potential with courage and grace, you become a beacon of hope and inspiration for others who are struggling with their own fears and doubts. So take a deep breath, trust the journey, and know that your anxiety is a gift that's guiding you towards a life of greatness, purpose, and spiritual awakening. All you have to do is be willing to embrace it, one day at a time.